Rockets fill Middle East skies as Vienna nuclear talks continue. Attacks in southern and western Syria attributed to Israel, and a series of attacks against bases hosting Americans in Iraq have been carried out as Iran and the world powers meet. 2 airstrikes over 2 nights in Syria, one near the city of Latakia in the west of the country, which left 1 civilian dead and 6 injured, and a second in the border area of Quneitra, were attributed to Israel by the Syrian state news agency Sana. Israel hasn't confirmed its involvement in the attacks. However, Israel is reported to have carried out dozens of airstrikes in Syria as part of its fight against Iranian entrenchment on its borders. Elsewhere in the region, bases with an American presence in Iraq were attacked 3 times since the beginning of the week. On Sunday, an airbase within Baghdad International Airport, which hosts troops belonging to the US-led coalition, was reportedly attacked. A day later, Balad Air Base located to the north of Baghdad, home to American contractors, was the target of a rocket attack. And on Tuesday, Ain al-Assad Air Base, which houses American troops, was the target when 2 rockets landed within the base's boundaries. No casualties were reported. The attacks on Americans on Iraqi soil are normally attributed to Iranian-backed militias active in Iraq. The latest attacks come as the US and the Islamic Republic are negotiating in Vienna to revive the Iran nuclear deal officially known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. Now, however, sources close to the negotiations are expressing cautious optimism. Russian Representative Mikhail Ulyanov said in a tweet on Saturday, after the last session of talks concluded, that participants noted today the indisputable progress made at the Vienna talks on restoration of the nuclear deal. Iran, with its economy crushed by sanctions, is pushing for a quick return to the agreement. At the same time, the revival faces vocal opposition from Israel. Jerusalem considers Iran and its nuclear program an existential threat to the country. Indeed, Iranian officials have repeatedly expressed their hope and stated goal that Israel be annihilated. The Jewish state was a central opponent of the 2015 agreement because of doubts about its efficacy, and Israeli officials are now expressing grave concern about the US intention to return to the deal.